Hello and welcome back to another video with me, Meoni, for Final Fantasy XIV, looking at more items added in patch 7.45, specifically to the variant advanced difficulty of the Merchant's Tale this time. These are the amazing looking accessories that you can get then from variant mode advanced. If you want to get these, you can either go to the market board and buy them because for some reason they're market tradable. If you want to make some gil, that's a good way, by the way. Or, of course, get them firsthand from the actual variant mode themselves on advanced difficulty. Go over to Old Charlian at the Scholar's Harbour and talk to Trissant. And on the Corvosi coin exchange, the brass exchange, you will find yourself the full list of the earrings of the Sea Folk, the collar of the Sea Folk, the bracelets of the Sea Folk, and the ring of the Sea Folk. This will cost you 48 of these in total if you want all of them. Or, of course, you can buy them from a market board, like I say. The Corvosi brass is a little bit stingy. You can get 4 per clear unless you're incredibly lucky with some of the drops. It could give you 12 in each loot roll, as you can see on this footage. But as far as I know, this is a pretty rare occasion. I have not seen this happen more than once thus far. Let's look at the accessories. The Sea Folk accessories, as you can see, are very much themed after Daya, the Sea Maiden, inside there. And it would have been nice to have some other accessories that were themed around some of the other bosses. And of course, we have water-themed accessories because of the Legend of Corvos. I'm not going to go into spoiler details, but if you want a TLDR of that, your best bet is to look at the Route 13 boss, the Triple Triad card from that boss, the Route 13 note, and then compare that to the Sapphire Weapon card as well from Triple Triad, and you'll kind of get a basic idea of what they were going for. But that's why we have water-themed accessories, and they're pretty great, I personally think. Adorned with various flowers which kind of look like sea anemone sort of inspired designs with soft radial petals, this sort of glowing blue center, and we got pastel colors. It is quite a nice welcome addition, and especially with Little Lady's Day just going by, it matches perfectly to accessorize to the perfect glamour, and a lot of people like pastel colors, so this should match quite nicely with quite a lot of glamour. The Sea Folk earrings appear like a tiny piece of ocean-born jewelry, delicately resting against your character's ears, ornamental, soft, and quietly luminous with those beautiful pastel colors. From the flowers themselves, 2 slender cords of rose gold metal descend down, twisting together in a gentle curve that kind of reminds me of a helix. These rose gold metal strands are kind of reminiscent of delicate seaweed tendrils swaying with the tide, below that of the anemone flowers. And lastly but not least is the wonderful necklace with this butterfly design and this sort of clasp at the top. Also this white sort of ribbon going around your neck, so it's not just a chain or anything. It has this white fabric. It's very interesting. There's almost like this sort of petroleum iridescence going on with the wings as well. It's actually really quite pretty, isn't it? I'm not so sure I would use this for everything, mostly because of the white fabric. I would much prefer a chain, but it is certainly something different, and it could go really well. In fact, it does go really well with the new chess piece, the Story Spinner's attire, also from the new content. But yeah, I really like that. The ornate design is beautiful there. Overall, the design of all of these accessories feels light, coastal, obviously, and quietly romantic. A piece that seems less forged by a jeweler and more grown from the meeting of tide and sunlight, where coral petals and drifting ribbons of metal intertwine into something both natural and ornate. And I think it matches the Corvosi legend perfectly for the variant mode. Let me know if this is helpful as a preview so you know what you want to go and pick up, if you want to pick up any of these at all. Of course, you don't have to do the content. You can, of course, purchase it with gil, and the prices will come down significantly as more people end up doing the variant advanced. I would imagine there is a limited time on that though, because the content is already suffering from pretty bad queue times. I would get this content done whilst you can, because finding people seems to be quite tricky, or at least it does on EU. Anyway, have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.